Thank you so much for joining, and thank you to the SICAM team for making this happen and being a wonderful partner of us. So this is the Expo SICAM virtual event preview hosted by Designhounds Talks in collaboration with SICAM. And I'm Sarah Miller, if you don't know me. I'm the Managing Director of M2 Connect Europe, and I'm so happy that you've all taken time to join us from all over the world this morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are.
Right.
So over the next hour, we're going to set the stage for SICAM 2025 and its impact on furniture design and manufacturing. We're going to introduce a few exhibitors, material trends, and component innovations. We're going to hear from some industry experts, Ken Bush and Eric Marshall. And then we're going to wrap up with a Q&A session. So as part of our collaboration with SICAM, we're preparing a curated buyer's tour of the show, which includes 2 days of guided tours, networking receptions with North American market insights, and an artisan tour of Murano, where we'll be staying. We're looking forward to seeing most of you in Italy this October. I hope you all can join us. Just a quick housekeeping note before we get started. If you'd like to ask questions during the session, just type them in the chat box and we will get to them at the end of the session. Or you can just wait until the end of the session and ask it live. Thank you again for everybody being here. And I'm going to kick it over to Veronica to start.
Again, I'll invite Carolina and Michele to tell us more about SICAM right now. And then we will hear from Ken on material trends. Our three featured brands right now, and the fourth brand just showed up. And then we'll at the end hear from Eric. Again, like Sarah was saying, you guys can put in, use the chat throughout. We are doing this, using this format purposely, not as a webinar, because we actually like to see who we're talking to and we want to be there to answer questions. We love when that chat thing really blows up and you guys are connecting with each other, with our representing companies, with the SICAM team. So please don't be shy about using that. Let people know who you are, where you're at in the world, so that you can all have a chance to meet here in this forum today. I myself am Veronica Miller. I'm the CEO of M2 Connect. We own the Designhounds Influencer Network. We also own the Kitchen and Bath Industry Group on Facebook, and a number of other brands. We do a lot of business consulting and have come to the relationship with the SICAM team through 9 years of consulting work that we've just wrapped up with the NKBA, building their international program for the association. And that is now internal to the show, but we remained a partner of SICAM for this year and hopefully the future, to get the word out about SICAM, and frankly, why it is one of Veronica's personal favorite shows. I say that, no one's paying me to do that. And the reason why is because it's such an unusual show. So let me have a quick conversation here with the owners of the show, Carolina and Michele Giobi. Tell us a little bit more about the general sort of talking points about SICAM, and then we'll dive into some numbers.
Hello to everybody. I'm Carolina Giobi, owner of SICAM. And if you haven't visited SICAM yet, SICAM is a fair for components and accessories for the furniture industry. It's where the furniture is born, so to say, where you can find all the ideas for the future furniture. And a very special thing of the fair is that the stands are very small. So the product is on the focus. In a few days, you just walk through all the fair and you can really have an idea about the novelties. So this is the very special thing of SICAM. And the other very special thing of SICAM is that you are the contacts to the persons, to the clients, to the designers, are very easy because all stands are very open. So when you just walk through the show, you meet really all the people that are there.
I would agree, and I'm sure Ken and Eric would too. Your exhibitors are manufacturers of many components, but including surfaces, including decorative products. We're going to hear from a few of these companies later to understand the cross section of the show a little bit better. So there are countertop materials, there's decorative hardware, there's functional hardware, there's surface finishes. laminates, there's doors. So it shows all the components. And as Carolina was saying, what I love is that it is very democratic. It's not with big, flashy, village-sized booth, but it's very tight and very easy to navigate and not as stressful. It's the only show I will go to all days of the show because I never get tired at SICAM. There's tons of hospitality. There's wine, there's coffee, there's food, and you're kind of almost at every corner. So it just makes the visit easy. And the attendees are also manufacturers. So to me, it's just one of my truly favorite networking shows because it focuses in on the conversation and the product learning. And that's why I'm really just honored to be working with you guys, but it's also just a show that should be on everybody's radar here in North America for sure.
These are the data of last edition. We reached out all the space of Pordenone Fairgrounds. So this year we will have again almost 20,000 square meters netto stands. We had a waiting list. Unfortunately, we could not have all in SICAM, but we think we have the most important and exhibitors of the branch. And so we will have approximately 700 exhibitors also this year. And from the accreditations, I think also from the visiting companies, we will have about the same numbers of last year, but we are very happy about the numbers because SICAM is a mature fair. So we think or almost all, not all, so that's why we are also promoting mainly abroad in some specific markets which are important for us, but almost all important persons of this sector, you can meet them at SICAM. So we are very happy about that. And also, as you said, 4 days are perfect, but we think that 2 days are enough to see all the products. And then if you want to have also business speeches and so, you need more days, of course. But to have the inspiration for the future, 2 days are enough because everything is compact there.
It is compact. What do people do when they have to think of, first of all, tell us where Pordenone is located and how can they make the most of their stay?
Pordenone is a small, nice city. It will be capital of the culture in 2027. So it's a very nice city, about 1 hour away from Venice. I think Venice, Pordenone, maybe it's not so famous, but Venice, yes. So, the good thing is that all the area there is very nice. So if you have never been to Italy, you have good food there, good wine there. Venice to visit, that it's a real highlight. Once in a life, you must see Venice because it's very special. And then the walking distance from Pordenone Center to the fairground is about 10 minutes. So you can join the fair, join Pordenone, and also enjoy Venice. The people who come to SICAM stay in the old Friaul Veneto area, so in about 40 kilometers from the fair. And there you can find any kind of accommodation from a small hotel to a 5-star hotel, a nice villa, a nice bed and breakfast. So you can find really everything you like in the area.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Carolina. And again, if you guys have questions for Carolina and Michele, please drop them in. Again, anybody that came late, we do still have 3 spots available for our buyers tour this year. We will be staying at the Hyatt on Murano, courtesy of SICAM. And then we will bring the group with us for their buying tour on October 14 and 15 to SICAM, and October 16, they can explore the show on their own. So it'll be a lot of fun. We've done this last year and really enjoyed ourselves. And again, I can't wait to get back and add a couple days to the front and the back, spend some time in Venice. Okay, I am going to hand it over right now to our material expert, Ken Bush.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, SICAM, for all of this. I just want to pile on a little bit in the praise of SICAM as the business model of the show is really about business. It's really about maximizing the access to all the different suppliers and the different materials. For anybody who's been to some of the bigger European shows in the past, it's they have beer and wine and food and coffee and things like that in the booths, which amounts to really a strategy for kidnapping the visitors and trying to keep them away from their competition. So the philosophy of CCAM has always been that is all available in all of the halls, but from the show, not from the specific visitors, which as a journalist, I've been a journalist in this industry since 1990, and it helps to be able to kind of, for me, cover the show much more efficiently because the people I want to see are not wrapped up trying to get their customers all boozed up or caffeinated. So it's a very productive show. I'm going to echo Veronica here. This is one of my favorite shows. The just a little bit about me. I am a journalist. I produce continuing education content, certified content for architects and interior designers about materials and sustainability. I am in southern Wisconsin, where we are getting the smoke from the wildfires. Right now, the particulate matter outside is about 52, which is unsafe for animals and people. So part of my evil subplot here is to try and keep all of that carbon that's in the air in the wood that goes in the furniture. So I'm really a big fan of sustainability. If you could back up just one slide, Sarah. I don't know if this is automated. One of the things I really love about CCAM is even though it's a compact show, nobody goes light on their material exhibits. This is actually an image from, I think, 23, where really large format stone designs were kind of making the scene. And it's kind of hard to imagine that from a little tiny material chip or sample. So being able to see it in these formats really kind of drives home the impact of some of these trends. And you'll find a lot of the companies there. Well, the timing of the show is perfect too. Speaking of sort of material and design trends, there's a big show every other year called Interzoom. It's a materials show. CCAM, that's in May. CCAM usually offers those same exhibitors a chance to show more refined versions of the designs and the materials that they are showing in October because they've had some chance to kind of respond to customer requests and watch how the market responds. So you get a more refined iteration of these concepts at CCAM. And then because it's in October, what you see at CCAM then becomes part of the big furniture show debuts early in the following year. So a lot of what we'll see at CCAM this year will be at the Milan Design Week in Eurocucina, because that's where all of those manufacturers are coming to CCAM to see what is the most current version. Okay, go ahead, Sarah. Sorry to come in. So you're going to see lots of different materials options and suppliers. I dare say pretty much everything that's available globally is represented at CCAM, new material innovations. And because there are so many different companies there, you're gonna learn a lot about how these materials can work together in finished projects and products. Because that's, very few projects can be put together from a single material source. So how these things work and play well together is very important. And like I showed you with the stone, in this example, the company Shot Decor are the people who kind of curate and create designs for laminates and decorative surfaces. So they try and show their ideas. And a lot of what you're going to see here might not even be available on the market yet. So it's very interesting to see how they put them into a context and see how they, try and figure out how they fit into the commercial trends or the residential trends. And having conversations with the design teams that scour the globe for these concepts, for me as a journalist, really helps me understand how to talk about these things and how to fit them into larger, I really don't like the word trends very much, but larger design movements. And for people who are actually going to be using these materials, like the people on this call, this is a great opportunity to help you maybe choose designs, choose themes, and then talking to these design suppliers, it gives you a great sort of advantage at how to talk about this to your own teams or to your own customer base. So you really get a more global understanding about what design is all about. Sorry, go ahead, Sarah. So seeing some of these materials that we thought we knew, this is all laminates. I believe it's high pressure laminate and Saviola, high pressure laminate and TFL materials. Seeing how they can be used in larger formats, maybe on walls where you wouldn't have thought to use them before, on benches, right? Just because SICAM is a very compact show doesn't mean they limit the creativity, the exhibitors. So their job is to really show you the materials, yes, but then inspire you to find new ways to use them. Okay, Sarah. So, and it's really interesting to be able to get up close to a lot of these different materials. You'll see the word fine flex and texture and things like this in a lot of these samples. It's not just the designs, it's the textures that are coming out of Europe that are really revolutionizing some of these materials we thought we knew, right? The mid-century materials like high pressure laminate have an entirely different impact now because of all of this effort put into not just visuals, but also the texture design. And the texture design is also what gives us, maybe some of you have heard about anti-fingerprint surfaces or antimicrobial surfaces. You can have conversations with the actual suppliers of all of this technology and all of these materials to help you understand it. You can ask, like, as I say, I'm a journalist. I have a black belt in asking the dumb questions because I like to make sure I don't leave anything unexplored. And I've had so many revolutionary and revelatory experiences talking to the people at SICAM because as Carolina said, you get access to the people. You are not talking to, a local distributor. You are talking to the design team. You are talking to the marketing people. You are talking to the people who run the companies. Okay, Sarah, thanks. So again, textures, designs working together, seeing how different materials work together. It's all kind of in the petting zoo here, right? It's not just a concept. You can see it actually being shown in the real world. Okay. So one of the stops on the left there from last year, one of the companies we'll be visiting has a whole team dedicated toward scouring global color trends. It's called, and they produce a report every year called Color Road. As a matter of fact, we're collaborating on a CEU on these trends for the North American market. But that's Clarissa there. She walked me through all the different ways her team gets inspired and then gets together and collides all of these concepts and figures out how they fit into different commercial and residential trends. On the right, that is a high pressure laminate. Oop, sorry. He's a designer with one of the big HPL companies, and very dynamic presenter. Makes it just very, very real. All of these concepts, you see these pictures in magazines or on websites, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. But then hearing how somebody actually talks about them to the design community, helps us all understand how to better use it and how to better, honestly, sell it to our markets. Okay, Sarah, thanks. Once again, these are just examples of discoveries. I love looking at the details of these images. I know there's some people on this call who are looking at transitioning and incorporating more different materials into their lineup, understanding how the surface and edges need to work together from the top manufacturers on the planet. I mean, let's face it, some of the top material innovations that we use in our industries come from European suppliers. So we're getting it right from the horse's mouth, and we can again kind of ask all the detailed questions of the people who really are in charge of making the decisions. And I do know that some of the conversations that happen here, visitors with the material suppliers will drive further innovation and introductions in the future. So they're learning as much from us and what we would like to use and how we'd like to use it as we are from them. Okay. And it's not just the pretty surfaces, right? It's some of the substrates, some of the ways to save materials. So a focus on materiality as well as design, as well as performance, and of course sustainability. It's all on the table there. And the European suppliers are a couple of steps ahead of North America in how they think about sustainability, how they talk about sustainability. So we're going to learn a lot about, the sort of the latest thinking on how to mitigate climate change, from the leaders, global leaders in that kind of material solutions. Okay. And of course, the displays are so fun, right? And there's so much energy. And this is a show again where the feeling is just of everybody collaborating, and the energy just builds. And again, as somebody who has to cover these shows for my clients in the magazine industry, being able to go from hall 1 to hall, I can't remember, is it 11, right? The farthest hall you can get from one spot to another. Oh, I'm sorry, Michaela.
To hold 10, just 10. 11
10.
is the
It's just 10.
railway.
Okay.
So
You can get all the way across the fair in 10 or 15 minutes, which is unheard of at some of these larger fairs. Okay, Sarah? And also really fun discoveries, right? This is an in-drawer microgreens gardening appliance. I'm not 100% sure if it's available in North America just yet, but what a fun discovery to and then watch people react to it as they discover what's in the drawer, right? So next, please. And of course, it's filled with beautiful people. You're going to see tons of beautiful people, and also I will be there. You get to have these conversations, and you get to have these interactions with the people who are really, like I say, making the decisions on what design is going to be in our industry. So I can't wait for you all to experience it. It's just really fun to watch people. I took Eric Marshall there for the first time a couple of years ago. I got him invited, and it was really, really super fun. It's like taking your kid to Disney World for the first time, right? So I can't wait for this to happen for all of you. Carolina was saying it's a super charming town. Lots of good food, lots of beautiful street scenes, and it's very walkable. So we're there, of course, for the fair, but if you need to take an afternoon off and do a little wandering, also very, very gratifying.
Thank you so
And that's it
much,
for me.
Ken, and agree with everything you said. One of my favorite things about the Buyers Tour is just to get the after hours together with participants in the tour as well, and to just download, tell each other about what stood out, what made a difference. The Buyers Tour will be very mixed this year. So there's designers, architects, builders, so many people, and of course manufacturers in the room to be able to connect. And SICAM does this better, again, because of its format, just really nurtures and cultivates the opportunity to efficiently use the time that we all don't have at the moment. So I'm very excited, and we're going to turn it right over to our cross section of manufacturers, starting with Emanuela Barzaghi, who I think is in the car. Please don't drive, Emanuela, the CEO of L&S Lighting. She's here in Atlanta. L&S is well distributed here in North America already. And take it away for us, Emanuela.
Everyone, yes, I'm driving, but don't worry, the company is insured, so they're gonna be better off, and don't worry. But I'm gonna pull over for a second so I can give you my undivided attention.
Please.
Okay, so we are L&S Lighting. We are a company based actually in Bruniera, that is probably 20 minutes from Pordenone, from the fair. So we're going to have a great opportunity to see each other at the fair. And if you like to also come and visit our headquarters. And, I can give you a little bit of a tour of production and show you the colleagues, who we are, and tell you a little bit more in depth about the company. The SICAM fair I agree, it's fantastic. It's very close to our headquarters, so it's a fair that is very close to our heart, and you will see it at the booth if you come and see us. We are an Italian company headquartered in Friuli, but as you can see from this map, we have more than one location of obviously us in Atlanta, but we also have a German branch and a Shanghai branch. All these branches are there on the market to serve the industry, to serve the local market. So when you see Shanghai, please do not imagine the classic production done for, to be cheap and low quality. Design is the quality is the highest, and we are leader in the market for lighting in Europe. So, Sarah, you can switch to the next one. I always like to keep this slide when I present my company, because I'm very proud of those little 4 points on the left: product and development, 3D rendering, engineering, prototyping. So at the SICAM fair, you will meet manufacturer, you will meet the company that build the product, and we represent that to the fullest. All our branches have a full R&D department, and is our strength to be able to cater to our clients' needs and work with them to make the product their own. I think that's our biggest strength, develop the product with you. We always present new product at the fair, especially at SICAM. But as it's already been said, the fair is an opportunity for us to talk to our client, to talk to the people that actually will use the product and improved ourselves together. So that's a big part of the fair for us. The meeting that I always have at SICAM are always long. Never just about sales, but about personal and reciprocal growth and professional growth. So it's a fantastic place to be and to meet each other. Being present on such a big geographical area, one of the things we can be a great partner for all the people that work with us is certification support. So you see at the bottom left all the certification that normally our product carries. With this expertise come, of course, the support that we can give you during development, and making sure that we know our basic, we cover what we know, and we help you through avoiding issue down the road. Some picture, because I think that's the nice part of our job. Lighting is supposed to be there to complement your product. It's supposed to be there to be seen and not be seen. So you can see our product in a lot of famous company product, but you will most likely not know who we are. So I'm always incredibly proud of the beauty that comes out of the picture for our product, for our project. So I always like to add some pretty picture in our presentation. These are just a brief list and a very brief list of what we do. We do linear lighting, we do modular structure, we do, of course, power supply, and all that comes in between. It's always a challenge to put together our catalog, because it should be an encyclopedia. But as you can imagine, that becomes boring when you show your product. So we do a lot. You will see at the fair, and I'll leave the product talk to when we're going to meet together in Pordenone. Some other picture, some more recent products, some more different opportunities. All you see in here is done by us to create those effects. You have a number of solutions possible. So again, I love to let our product speak for us. And just to the end, as I said, we are leader in the market in Europe, and these are some of the names we work with. As I said, we work with the big name. You know them for sure. You might know a little bit less. So I would love to see you in Pordenone and being able to tell you more about us, and have you meet me, my team, and the entire LNS team in Pordenone.
Thank you so much, Emanuela. And we're going to go right over to Frank Schmidt, from the Product and Marketing Director at the Titus Group. And Frank, welcome. It's good to have you. Sorry we're not coming to see you guys at your factory this year. We'll have to plan that for 2026, I hope.
Well, thank you very much for having us. Thank you, SICAM. Thank you, Veronica and Sarah, for organizing this and having us participate in this event. Very much also a fan. I have to agree to everything that was said previously of the SICAM show. I've gone to that show many years. It's very professional, and you can really get a lot of things done within a short time and get to see basically everything in a few days, all the trends and and the new innovations. So I'm here as the marketing director for Titus. I just joined the group not long time ago in May. I live in Florida, responsible for Titus Americas, which is Canada to South America. But Titus, if you want to go to the next slide, is a global company. We manufacture precision components such as hinges and connectors, and we are based out of the UK. It's a family-owned business, but a Appleby family. So the head office is still in London, but the main manufacturing plant is in Slovenia, which is just an hour away from Pordenone. And as I learned earlier this year, that the team was there last year visiting the plant. So it's just a short trip. Next year, maybe, could be another opportunity for us. But this is where we produce probably 80% of all products. We employ 900 people worldwide. Our revenue is about 185 million US dollars. And we have distribution centers throughout the world. We have other manufacturing plants, and we also have a manufacturing plant here in Indiana in the United States, where we produce precision components, plastic components, and die casting components for different industries. And our plan is to bring more manufacturing to the United States. But overall, we are global, and here the product, you can go to the next slide, that's fine. The product groups we manufacture, we started the cabinet, the company started in the 70s, producing connectors for closets, for furniture, to assemble basically the components. That is the largest part of our business. But we also have a complete line of hinges for cabinet doors, as well as dampening for soft close hinges. And dampening is something that we started a few years ago when the cabinet door started to get soft closed. It's integrated into the hinge, but today with the dampening products, we are in many other industries. We are in the white goods industry, for example, so in refrigerators, inside the refrigerators and ovens. So we have dampers for hot and cold environments. And we are a fully integrated company. We produce basically also our own manufacturing machines, our assembly machines, and die casting machines ourselves. So those are the three basic main product groups. And if you want to go to the next slide, under cabinet hardware, hinges, complete 110 degree, 170 degree corner hinge, pie cut corner hinge. We have recently launched a Noir hinge as the cabinet, the inside of the cabinets in the higher end is getting more to darker finishes, so it's a better match for that. We have a drawer system with undermount slides. We have the connectors that IKEA, for example, if someone knows, probably some people may know, but when you buy a product at IKEA, you get a bag of a lot of small little components, and this is what we manufacture. IKEA is our largest customer in the world now. And here we see for a closet system, basically everything that is needed for a closet system, all the metal parts, all the metal components, is it the hinge, the connectors, the shelf supports, the legs, the drawers, push latches, and dampers. This is what we produce. Okay, the latest innovations is our T-type Presto hinge. That's basically a 3 way snap-on hinge that mounts onto the mounting plate. So it's very fast, and Eric can prove that.
Got to say that.
We had a little, at the closet show, we had a little competition there, getting this hinge mounted as fast as possible. So the T-type Presto hinge is it's a hinge that has a 200,000 cycle, is approved for 200,000 cycles, which is way above standard. 80,000 is the normal standard. We are 200,000 with this right now. Our push latches we have developed in the kitchen cabinets. You see less and less decorative hardware, and this trend comes from Europe. You see more it's just flat surfaces without or with integrated handles, and there we have developed these push latches, push to open, soft to open components. And then the last item here is the full metal jacket, we call it. It's basically a tool-free insertion connector that saves assembly time for the large manufacturers, for who we also manufacture a pre-insertion machine. And that is about what we are going to be showing at the SICAM show. So we hope to see you there. I will be there. The president of the US will be there, and our team from Dekani, Slovenia, will be there. So
thank you very much, Frank, and I hope we all get to do that hinge race one more time, because we're not going to let Eric just win this all the time. So we're going to have to step it up, guys. So getting right over to our friends in Spain, and Marc Fonvergés, the owner of VFE, is here to tell us a little bit more about why SICAM is always also important for decorative hardware. I love this contrast right here.
Hello, thank you for having us here. My partner Andrea had just left. She had an appointment, but I will do the presentation myself. My name is Marc, and I'm the owner of the company. VFE is a decorative hardware brand making handles, knobs, pull handles, handles, door stoppers. Is a brand owned by our company, which was founded back in 1932 by my great-grandfather. The company began its journey producing wooden items and soon started making wooden buttons and accessories for the fashion industry. And by the 90s, we started producing not only buttons, but also the first knobs and handles for furniture. In 2009, we officially launched the VFE brand in Barcelona, which is the world capital of architecture next year. It has been an intense journey since then. Today, VFE is one of the leading companies in Europe, exporting to more than 80 countries worldwide. And 5 years ago, we decided to bring the VFE brand to our designs to the US market for the first time. And we have always believed that our design and quality would be a perfect match for the American customers. To support this, we started exhibiting at KBIS 5 years ago. And last year, we established our company, VFE US Corp, operating since last July, so 1 year ago. Today, with a warehouse located in Canada, we are fully prepared to serve the North American market, delivering our products within hours or just few days. At VFE, we are passionate about trends and innovation. Trend analysis is part of our DNA. Our team is constantly researching and forecasting future design directions. We do this by visiting international trade shows, traveling globally, and collaborating with a consultancy specialized in trend analysis. And additionally, we, of course, work with designers from different countries who contribute their unique perspectives on design and style.
I think we have that list on the next slide, Sarah. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. About the material and finishes we work with wood, with aluminum, with zinc alloy, and always using high quality coatings. Our goal is to create hardware that is both functional and beautiful. These are some of the designers we collaborate with. They are from different countries, mainly from Europe, but also from United States. And just few highlights of our product. For example, our new Brooklyn design, which is made out of aluminum in anodized finish, which is very resistant to the corrosion and long lasting. And these anodizing finishes allow us to make this brushing effect on the product, which is really beautiful. And our new design chassis combines both the aluminum and Zamak. In this case, it's plating and powder coating finish. And the design loop is made out of wood. We work with both oak and walnut. And our wooden handles are suitable for both kitchen and bathroom cabinets. Yes, this is our presentation. I only want to remark or make clear that the BFA is a brand built on tradition and driven by design. And as you can see, we are proud of our roots, and at the same time, we're excited about the future and thrilled to keep growing.
Mark, if you don't mind, if you can put into the chat where people can get more information about VFA,
Sure.
especially in North America, and how they can purchase the product or learn more about it. By the way, I love that you have door stoppers in all of your collections that match your finishes. That just makes me happy.
They are different. They are designer. They are unique. So it's our customers love them when they see them.
It's a cool, very cool collection.
Hi guys, my name is Natasha. Presenting CAP, Construct and Produce. We're a company based out of Germany. We manufacture inserts for kitchen cabinets. Sorry, if you can show us the next slide, please. You guys are all in the kitchen industry, but probably nobody heard of CAP before. Although we are in probably all of their kitchen drawers and closet drawers of all the companies that produce in Europe. We don't concentrate on ourselves. So how do we work with our customers? Some companies approach us. I see there are a lot of different kitchen manufacturers right now in this Zoom right now. So what we do, we're trying to find out what is the core of your company. What are the features your company has, and how we can make sure you guys can sell more and make more money and charge more money for your product. We're concentrated on your company, and we're concentrated on marketing. We don't care too much about our company. We produce in Germany. What we can do, we can give you high quality German product, but the core of the product and the soul of the product has to come from your company. We're work with you together, and we're trying to find out how we working together can make sure your brand is much more successful. And of course, you can see all the different organizers that we can produce. I saw some of you guys came to us in Germany, and you saw our production facility. You can see that how everything is crafted, how everything is engineered, but there is so much more than just producing a product. We believe that we need, you can buy more from us, and if we make you successful, so it's always working together on making your product more beautiful. And this making your company more successful will make us more successful too, by producing more and selling more to you guys. So that is our logic, and that's what we can show. Of course, we're showing only small portion of stuff what we actually do, but because it's super custom, we first need to understand your company's soul, and understanding that will produce product only for you, and nobody else will have it.
In this product, in this company that we recently acquired about 5-6 years ago, we decided that we want to remain that support arm of the high-end industry that manufactures kitchens and closets to help them, assist them improve their product from inside out. And the company has been successfully serving the industry for 27 years. We're looking forward to meet all of you guys in SICAM. And even though we cannot lure you in with wine and champagne to our booths like we do in Germany, we would still love to spend some time with every single one of you and explain a little bit more about the core ideas that the company ownership has and company designers have, and where do we see the future in interiors of the cabinets, and how do we believe that with our help you can get a more efficient product to your clients. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric and Natasha. We really greatly appreciate it. And Eric, we're going to let you bring it home. Keep asking those questions. We have some good chats going on in here, guys, that hopefully we will continue on in when we're all in Italy together, or many of us will be in Italy together. But for now, Eric, the closet guru, bring it home. You're the most traveled designer and influencer I know. And let us know what you see in terms of trends around interior organization and technology in the world of design.
Yeah, so hey everybody, thank you so much for attending today. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. Lori says hi to everybody. She's not here with me. I'm actually in Ohio at the moment at Solder Woodworking. I'm doing a training here on closets and garage and slot wall assembly. I have a guy with me. His name is Cameron. He's from Mid-America Cabinets. He's actually coming with us, so he's listening on the side. But I wanted to go with, and I think we're a little bit short on time, Sarah. So can you skip like 6 or 7 slides ahead? Just like get through, like I've got a whole bunch of research about economic growth and like what's going on with closets and trends, and like right there, that's perfect. Thank you so much. So trends have gotten absolutely crazy. Like what we are seeing coming out of companies like CAP and the lighting companies that we're seeing, and like the different things that are going on with hardware and hinges. It's really cool what's happening. It's become more of jewelry on the inside of the cabinet. And so surfaces are fantastic. I like what Ken showed about everything. And definitely, Ken, I will always thank you for the first invitation I got. And it kind of started a process of me really traveling the world. When Ken invited me, he introduced me to Mr. Jobby at AWFS, which is a woodworking show in the US, which I just got done with last week. And I think I spoke 6 times there. And it was crazy, but thank you so much, Ken, for getting me here and getting me into an area in my head where I started to wonder what the heck's going on. And so as a designer, as a fabricator, I started wondering like what's better. And it led me to Europe, and it led me to Italy, and it led me up to Pordenone, and it led me to a lot of different companies that I'm currently working with. We're showing right there some inserts of drawers, some glass countertops, some lighting, and some actual drawer runners that are from Austria that I know we'll see when we go. All of this stuff we'll see in Pordenone. If you go to the next slide, like this is all the interiors, you guys, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Another good lit up closet, multiple lit up closets, a kind of a pantry area with lighting inside of it. The lighting can go into vertical lines, horizontal lines, ceiling lines. I'm still working on it, getting into the floor lines, but I think that'd be a great place to put lighting. Just walk into the closet and the light just lights up as you walk in and leads you into your closet. So lights are a huge trend. It was said at Closet Con, we had a closet convention last month. It was said there that you really can't sell a closet anymore without some lighting in it. So you can get minimalistic like into the center picture with lighting just at the top, or you can go crazy with lighting on every panel if you want to, or really successful with lighting into slot walls or vertical panels or the shelves themselves or into toe kicks or on top pieces. It's just lighting right now. Like lighting, like Ken said, trend is not the right word. It's like if you're going to sell cabinets or closets or wardrobes, you got to put lighting in it these days. It's just like it's not acceptable without that. I really like the middle picture. If you look closely at the middle picture, the light in the closet is not even on. It's in the ceiling. And then the whole closet is lit with just one LED light. It's a lot of fun. If you can go next, Sarah. More about like products that you can find. Like we're doing all kinds of crazy stuff with hinges, with pull-out rods. The laundry rooms are becoming like it's actually become the second place to organize in the house now. Like it's been closets and pantries or guest rooms or secondary bedrooms, but laundry rooms have come to the forefront, and they're actually the number 2 place that we go to put organizers in. And that's aside from the kitchen. The kitchen is a whole organizing space in itself, which we're really working on good. But that's a pull-out laundry rack that you can get. Also, there's a little tiny pull-out laundry rack above the whole laundry unit there on the top of that one. So the interiors of these laundry rooms have become super special places. Next slide, Sarah. Hardware. Again, I think we had Frank on here already, but I'm finding all kinds of really cool hardware. And like in particular, that little piece right there is something we've been using for a long time, but also Titus has made this Q-Peg, which is an adjustable shelf pin, which I don't have a picture in there, but Frank had a picture. And it's a really cool little piece. It's become the jewelry of the closet, and it's an adjustable shelf pin. And we're using it in different colors, like zinc is kind of blasé now. Like, why can't we get Nore? Sorry about that. Cameron just gave it to me. He's walking around this thing with its training like he's just amazed at it. This is the shelf pin that's become more like a piece of jewelry. And it comes in that black, and I'm hoping for gold pretty soon, and a satin nickel piece. Like, it's really bright and pretty compared to like the ridiculous spoons we've been using or the plastic pieces we've been using for years. And that was found at Pordenone. Like, that was found there, and something that's coming to America now. And it's really cool how the collaborations are happening. Like, literally, the reason I'm here right now in solder is because of collaboration that happened at Pordenone. I brought Genesis products with me. We know that, to Pordenone. They found some laminate. They started doing some crazy things. They made garage cabinets. The garage cabinets became part of Solder's line, who the buyers from Solder were with me in Pordenone when I was there. And now they're collaborating together because they're meeting in Italy. Like, they couldn't meet in America and figure that out. They had to meet in Italy and figure that out. So it's a great meeting place. Like, it's a super cool place to go and meet. If you can put the next one up, Sarah. And then, like, colors have gotten crazy. And in the center right picture, that's all poplar. And it's organized in such a manner. And right above the orange tiger stripe stuff, there's a little tiny picture of a piece of poplar that's been dyed and burned. And that came home with Dominic from LVC Closets, Las Vegas Closet Design. And he's currently using that as one of his standard materials. It's from Alpi that we all found in Italy, and that we didn't even know they actually had it in stock in America. And so they had this stuff in stock in America, but it took us going to Italy to find it. Like, this is the kind of things that are so much fun about going there. Just laminates alone, just the colors, the trends on the orange, like all of those pictures have some kind of orange in them, which is a lot of fun to see that it's real, to see that you can go as a designer and go do that. If you go to the next one, Sarah, because I want to get done quick here so we can all be on time. Then next, growth. It's ridiculous. Like, just get past that. I don't want to talk about that right now. And get past
we'll talk
that.
about the business opportunity of
Yeah,
closets
we'll talk
when we
about
get
the
to
business
Italy,
opportunity.
right?
Yeah, but there's the vibrant colors. There's like what's going on. And those pieces literally came home as an idea and then were found in the US and then used in multiple different projects in Las Vegas and in Scottsdale, Arizona. There was one done with that. If you go to the next one, Sarah, because I'm watching my clock run. I'm literally watching my clock run. This is me and the buyers group with Eric and Natasha in their group, in their booth there, showing all the inserts that they do inside of the drawers. And then the center picture is like some handles and hooks that we found there. Just a lot of fun, like together as a group walking around and like seeing these things and the opportunities and the different things that we don't really have in the US or the Americas, that opens our eyes to make different decisions for other things that we get to do. And Eric and Natasha, thank you so much for not bringing vodka to the booth, because somebody did and we were late for the next booth. Like, I totally remember like these little oak cups of vodka going around, and all of a sudden we didn't want to go to the next booth. So
Stop giving us ideas, Eric.
Yeah. Just be yourself, Natasha. You're enough, you know? And so we really appreciate everything you do for all of us, showing us this kind of stuff and getting inside of your head and understanding what's going on. And thank you, Eric, for promoting the business and making it amazing so we all get to it. And if we could go to the next slide too. This is, again, more handles. There's Sugatsuni, a Japanese company, is going to be there in Italy to show us what they're doing. And then the different handles and the different hooks and like bar handles and extruded handles that become like not something we're wondering about how to do, but something that's so simple and easy. You don't even really have to drill a hole anymore in a door and ruin it. Like, you can add those without even doing drilling. Thank you, Natasha, for the happy face. And yes, I'm watching all the chats, but I don't have time to chat myself. I wish I could. And next, because we're straight up on the hour right now. That's the contact for me. If you're not on your phone, you can go ahead and take that. I'm co-owner at the Claus Training Institute. Again, my wife, Lori, will be coming with us. She doesn't go on all my trips, but she doesn't miss Italy. And not just because it's Italy, because it's more the people that she gets to see while she's there. Because it's a very large group of amazing people, whether they're buying or selling or promoting. All the people that we've met while we were at SICAM have just kind of created lifelong relationships. Like, I can't even explain to you like how it happens. With when there's a free ham sandwich and gelato and a cup of coffee, you don't need to worry about a lot of stuff. Like, at other shows, I'm always worrying, like, where are we going to eat? And then it's just right around the next corner and you're eating.
They make it easy. And I'm going to have to cut Eric off because Eric's going into passion mode right now. I want to thank everybody, particularly SICAM and all of our featured presenters today, to take the time out of what I know is very, very busy schedules. We can't wait to see many of you in Venice, in Murano, here on, I think everybody's arriving October 13th. Like I said, 3 more spots left for those of you that have not yet applied. Please get in touch with us and we'll see what we can do to get you on board. Carolina and Michele, you guys are on a completely awesome show and we're very, very proud to be partnered with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica.
Thanks, everybody.
Veronica.
Have a great day.
Thank
Get
you,
in touch
Veronica.
and ask
Thank
more
you,
questions
everybody.
if you have them.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
everyone.
Ciao.